Hey everybody, today we're going to be comparing different crimping pliers. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a generic crimper. Now we have all of these in stock. We've got the original crimper. We've got the Terra crimper, and that's got two different sizes in there. They don't normally have, or we don't normally carry the one with the two different sizes, but we got a special deal on these, so we can give you a special deal. We've got the Zoron Crimper, that's US made, and that's got one crimp area here that does all crimps, and then the double fold, you can choose which double fold you want down there. And then we have the crimper that makes it into a round bead. And what we're going to do it on, this one only works on 0.014 and 0.015 wire, and I think they do have one that works on larger wire. We're using 0.014 beading wire. We're using a part of a togger for the pull test. So we've got to do a pull test on it. And we're using 2mm by 2mm sterling silver crimp beads. Stay tuned, here we go. All right, the first crimping plier we're going to do is the generic one. And I got to do this that hopefully I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to put it in the bottom one first. And it's going to make that U shape. And then we're going to turn it 90 degrees and let it double fold down. And then I like putting it in the tip and give it an extra squeeze. All right, that's the first one. Not bad looking, but we would use a crimp cover over it. Now we're going to do the tug test. Well, that worked pretty good. And that is the generic crimper. That's only $10. Next one we're going to do is the original crimping pliers. Alrighty, we've got our crimp tube on. We've got our original crimping pliers. And let's go put it in. It looks like the groove is a little bigger than the generic one. Let's give it a squeeze. And then 90 degrees. I'm trying to see around the camera, whether or not I should be looking through the camera. That looks pretty good. And then another squeeze. All right. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And I think the generic one is $10, and I think these are $15. All right. The one next we're going to do is the Terra. All right, this is the Terra. Now, we got a special deal on these dual ones. I think that's for the real large crimp, and this is the regular size crimp. Now, according to them, I don't have to double fold this over. I just need to put it in there and squeeze it. And that's all I need to do. Let's make sure that's in there good. That's in there pretty good. Let's squeeze it. All right, let's test it. Pretty gosh darn good. Now you could take it and use the tip of it to fold it over. That's the way I like doing it. That's a sweet looking crimp. And like I said, we've got these on a special deal. I think these are like $40, and I think we're selling them for $25. I've got 7 pair at that price. That's it. So this is the Terra. And the next we're going to use is, all right, we're going to use the Zoron. Now this one has, I think it does 4mm, 3mm, 2mm. Lord knows what's going on in there. But people love these. People absolutely love these. So let's go and put it in the furthest one. That looks like the one that folds it over. Oh yeah, nice fold. Look at that. Really nice fold. And then you could do the double fold It's important to have good glasses, and I'm trying to do this again through the phone not well. So I may not get this perfect because I cannot see what I'm doing here. There we go. Double fold it down. Oh yeah, look at that crimp. That is a sweet looking crimp there. Let's do the pull test. We can't pull on it. All right. Now the next one we're gonna do is that magic crimper, and I'm gonna read the directions on that one before I demonstrate it. So all right, here's the one that makes it into a round bead, and I read the instructions. Let's see if I can get this correct. Now normally I try to split these. I split the wires in there so they're on two different sides of the crimp. This one, you don't have to. All right, so it says place and haul, which we just did, and squeeze. Then turn it 90 degrees, which we did. Squeeze, and then open and squeeze, open and squeeze, open and squeeze, open and squeeze. Yeah, it's kind of ballish. It's strong also. All right, so it kind of sort of looks like a ball. Maybe if I practice it, it would be a better looking ball. I don't know. But they all worked. They all worked really well. Okay, so let's review. We've got the Zoron. I really like this one. I didn't think I was going to like it. And it may be, well, it's not, I don't think it's that expensive. I think it's like 20 bucks. It has the dip in here, and then, which will do any size crimp, and then you can go down to do the double fold all the way down. It was strong. Then we have the original one, of course. What can I say about the original, except that it's the original one. This was invented by Scott Ari from Ari Imports. And this one's made in Taiwan. By the way, this one, the Zoron, is made in the United States. I think it's the only one made in the United States. I could be wrong. The Umtara may not be, but I think that's made overseas. Then we have the generic one, and that worked just fine. Little $10 crimper worked really good. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong at all with it for 10 bucks. We have my favorite, the Umtara. Again, I only have 7 of these at the special price on it. I love this crimping plier. I really do. It's strong. It doesn't flex. It just does a really good job. Then we've got the this one that does the round bead. You know what? Because you're limited to like 0.014 to 0.016, I think that says 0.015, and then you got to get another one for the larger size, and it's not exactly cheap. It may be good to have one of these in your toolbox for that particular size if you wanted to make it into a round bead. Not so sure on this one. So let me tell you the most important thing about crimping, besides the crimping pliers. Magnifiers. Got to have good magnifiers. You got to see what you're doing. You want to make a good crimp? Look at what you're doing. Wear magnifiers. Don't be afraid to go and magnify it. I know I'm a little embarrassed that I'm wearing glasses for magnification right now, but that's what happens when you get old. So get a good pair of magnifiers. Choose your crimping plier, whichever one you want. They all seem to work pretty good if you see what you're doing. And hey, tomorrow I'm doing the third and I think the last installment of the video of the gemstone identification software. So subscribe. I think the subscribe button's here. Subscribe button here or here. One of these that has our logo. Hit it and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed the video.